All right, so I'm conducting a test here on using CrowdSearch for local map search. All right, so a search of San Diego SEO. I don't know anyone doing SEO in San Diego, so this is just a random test I picked here. I didn't want to pick any of the top 3 results, so no one in the 3-pack. What I want to do is find someone in the more places section. And I went with this guy here, SEO One Click. And the website is SEO1click.com. All right, so what I did was I came over to CrowdSearch and I put in this same information as, Dan Test San Diego SEO. He's organically ranking number 4. That's different than the maps section. All right, so what I did was just plugged in all this information. I want geolocation browsing on because that's going to allow me to do advanced local map search. So I use the United States, California, San Diego to get searchers from San Diego. If it turns out I can't get enough searchers from San Diego, I may dial this back to just the state level, or I may select multiple cities, because you could do that with CrowdSearch if I wanted to select maybe some other nearby places. I don't know, but I'm not too familiar with California anyway, so I'll just keep San Diego. And let's see, so map search is on. I'm tracking by location, so these are the results you would get for people searching from within San Diego. I'm leaving internal browsing on, so what that means is the searcher is going to come to this listing, and a number of things can happen actually here. So they may click right here, they may click on website, they may click directions. Let's say they click here. So now this pops up, so now they may click on Google reviews, scroll through, whatever. They may click off of that. They could click directions from here. They can actually put in their current starting point. It'd just be city level, so it would be San Diego. So they would type in San Diego, and then click search, and that triggers as a search to your business, which is awesome. All right, and then we'll go back, and there could be some other things that they do. Let's see. Could click the website from here directly. Could click the phone number, which is another great conversion signal. Click the hours. Scroll through here, maybe click more, which is just going to bring the reviews, full description up here. Could click more reviews here as well, which is going to bring up what we already looked at. Okay. And then, yeah, these are all just random things that could happen. So what I want to do is test how this works in terms of bringing this guy's rank up. I don't know who this guy is, and he may rank in the top 3 spots after this, and like his guardian angel, like his fairy godmother or something, just getting this guy some rankings out of nowhere. All right, so this is the test. So right now we see him, go back to Google real quick. We see him in the A, B, C, D slot, okay? So let's see if we got him in the top 3 from doing this. I'm gonna go ahead and go back over here. I'm going to save this. So right now we've got 30 searches per month. If I want to kind of crank that up a little bit, I may manually set some stuff up, but for right now I'm going to leave Smart Rank on and just do 30 searches for the month with an average time of site of 9 minutes per visit. And this is always going to be randomized, plus or minus a certain degree based on the algorithm. So let's go ahead and save that, and we'll follow back up with a repeat video and see where we're at with everything. Just to note, today is December 4th at 9:11 a.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so this is part 2 of the advanced local map search case study I was doing. And today is December 15th at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, I got up early. Actually, it's only 8:30 here in Puerto Rico because we don't do daylight savings time. But anyway, I digress. So if you remember the case study, it was a search for San Diego SEO, a localized search result, and we wanted to see if we could get a guy in the D slot, which was this SEO One Click, into the 3-pack. So I guess as you can guess from this search right now that you're looking at, he is now in the C slot. So if you refer to the earlier part of this video, if you go back to the beginning, you'll see that SEO One Click was actually, when you click more places, he was 1, 2, 3, 4. He was right here where High Rank Websites Inc. is now. So we moved him up into the C slot. Again, don't know who this guy is, and he doesn't know me, so right now he's just excited about what's happening to his site. which is nice for him. But here's another cool thing that I've noticed, and the keyword tracker is not reflecting my data center, I guess, in terms of where it's is ranking, but you can see that his actual organic site is now ranking in the 2 position, and I believe it was number like 4 or 5 when we started this. And if I go to the campaign tracker, you see that we're only showing him at number 3. But again, this is just a one particular data center, and eventually they start to sync up, and they may reflect that he's actually number 2. So that'd be interesting to see. But bottom line is that since we started this campaign, and we started it on the 3rd, and actually just because we've had a lot of problems with advanced local search getting some of the bugs out since we pushed the update, I don't believe the search has actually started until about the 7th. So in approximately a week, a little bit more, we've gotten this guy from the D slot, not even on page 1 for the maps, which is huge, to being here. So he's now on page 1 for map search in the C position, and his organic rank is actually bumped up as well. Now we're not showing the extreme bump up here on the keyword tracker. We're showing from 4 to 3, which is still good, but again, I'm showing on my personalized results, actually they're not personalized, but on my localized results, that he is number 2 organically, and then in the C position, number 3 for the map search. So obviously, great things for this guy. And where do we go from here? So just a recap of this campaign, obviously we're searching for San Diego. At this point, I may create another campaign, and I think I'll do that now actually with you guys. I think I'm going to do, instead of just San Diego SEO, I think I'm going to do San Diego SEO Company. And let's do a search for that really right now and just see. There it is right there, San Diego SEO Company. I'm sure this guy is. Okay, so I don't see, okay, so here he is down here, 1, 2, 3, 4 for organic search, and he's not on the first page for maps. Let's see where he is for maps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's in the 5th position, which is the E position for SEO 1-click. So we need to bump him up here to at least the 3rd position to show in the 3-pack. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. Let's go back over to here. All right, I'm going to add a new campaign. Make sure I have this guy's website right. All right, let's call this Dan Test San Diego SEO Company. All right, we're going to go with the same URL, and this time for the keyword, we're going to go San Diego SEO Company, Google, and we're going to do some local keyword tracking. So United States, give it a second, California, and then San Diego. Okay, and then we'll go next step. All right, just give that a minute, and that's going to collect the keyword data. Obviously, if you guys are familiar with the platform, you know how that works. So just give this a second here. Let it find all the data. All right, so that loaded up, and we can see that he is organically ranked number 5 for San Diego SEO Company, which is fine. I mean, organic rankings are great, obviously, but the focus of this is primarily on the map search. So we're just going to have to manually go back and check. Whoops. We obviously know that this is where he is. Okay, so in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position. Okay, and the goal is that when we do a search for San Diego SEO Company, we see him in the 3-pack here on the first page. All right, so we're gonna, and this should also indirectly help San Diego SEO. So these two are going to kind of work for each other indirectly. All right, so we're going to go geolocation browsing on, and again, United States, California, San Diego, advanced local map search, definitely. Keyword tracking, yes, that's fine. Internal browsing, yes. Random browsing, yes. Bounce back, I'm going to turn that off just to isolate the test a little more, and then I'm turning social sharing off as well. And Smart Rank is only doing 5 searches per month just because search volume is so low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually bump that up to, we're going to go with 20. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle these in. And time on site, we're going to go, actually I'm just going to go 5 minutes, see how that does. Actually, just for the sake of the case study, I'm going to make this 30, just because I don't feel like waiting too long. You know, it's not a perfect science. We're just, you know, you test and then you adjust from there. So that's what we're going to go with for this test. And I'm going to save this, and we will check back, I don't know, maybe in a week and see where we're at with everything. All right, so I'm going to save that and stop the video here. Hey guys, alright, I wasn't going to make the video so close to the last one, but as you can see, it's just the next day. It's December 16th at 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time, and I just want to share these results because I woke up this morning and I typed in this phrase just to see where everything was working. Alright, so I'm just going to do a refresh here of the search. Alright, so San Diego SEO Company, that was the second campaign I created, and as you can see, still not in the 3-pack, but what is neat is that we are now 1, 2, 3 in the 3rd position organically, and our rank tracker still shows us in the 4th position, and that could just be a matter of data centers. But we did start at number 5, if you remember, so even if we're going by this or just by the local results I'm seeing, it's definitely an improvement. Now what is cool too is if we go to more places, we can see, we remember we were in the 5th position, so 1, 2, 3. Here we are now in the 4th position. We were here for SEO one-click, so now SEO one-click is here in the 4th position, and my guess is it's going to keep moving up. But, you know, the view activity is only going to show 1 search so far for this new campaign, so the fact that that's helping already is pretty impressive to me. But let's not forget that this campaign here is still doing its thing as well, so we're getting about almost 1 search a day just for San Diego SEO Company. Now the cool thing is, you know, we're not isolating the test anymore, but these two are probably helping each other out at this point. So what we can see is, we'll just go back to San Diego SEO. Let's do a search for that. All right, so if you remember, we were in the C position, or in the 3 slot. Now it's number 2. Now this could be a result of doing the combination of SEO Company, but that's why it's always a good idea to do some multiple searches with different long tails and things like that. But look at what I'm seeing here organically. Who's number 1 now? SEO one-click. And again, my rank tracker is using a lot of different data centers to try to provide the global result, or the localized result, as accurate as possible. So it's still showing the 3 position for the organic rank, but starting at number 4, and again I'm seeing it at number 1, and we may see this catch up to number 1 as well, but you know, these aren't personalized results. This is just what I'm seeing. So again, this guy is probably looking at his rankings and thinking he's some kind of like genius, not doing, you know, he obviously isn't doing anything. You can check his links, and I'm sure you'll see that nothing new was built in the last, I don't know, 2 weeks since I started this campaign. This guy must just think his on page is that great or something, I don't know. But, you know, it'll be interesting to see when I stop the experiment too, how these positions hold. Now, typically, if you get into the top 1, 2, and 3 positions, and you can pretty much disable CrowdSearch, but there's really no need to, because the system automatically will go into maintenance mode if you have Smart Rank on, or you could just leave it on and do manual adjustments, just to have a few searches and some minutes of dwell time per month, just to keep it on there. But for the most part, once you get into these top positions, as long as your site isn't complete garbage and your title is what the person is trying to reach, you know, so the click-through rate will be sustainable. All right, so I just thought that was pretty interesting. I wanted to share that. Again, it's only 1 day later after doing this, and the real test will be seeing how San Diego SEO Company, if we get that into the 3-pack pretty soon. And like I said, earlier. We've already moved into the 4th position. We started in the 5th position. All right, so we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll check back in a few days unless something magical happens tomorrow. I won't have another video for a little bit. Okay, it's been a little bit since I followed up on this video, and that's honestly just because I've gotten so busy with things that I forgot about it for the most part. But even with that, the campaigns have still been running, so that's a good thing. Just kind of let it go and check back in on it now. So we started the entire process on December 4th, and again, the campaigns probably didn't even really kick off until like December 7th, 9th, in that time frame. And today we're nearly a month and some change later, so it's January 19th, 2016. And let's just check and see where we're at with everything. So the main keyword we were going after was San Diego SEO. And if I do a search for that now, I see that we are ranking number 1 in the map pack, in this 3-pack here, which is amazing because we weren't even ranking in the 3-pack when we started. And we are number 2 organically. Now let me just look at my notes here, and you can refer back to the video that you're watching now in the beginning part of the video, and you can confirm all this. But I believe I have these notes. Okay, so organic was number 4 at the start. So we were 1, 2, 3. We were down here originally for San Diego SEO. Maps, we weren't even on the 3-pack. We were in more places, and then we were on the next page. So basically no one ever found us on the maps until we started this campaign. Now number 1 in the maps, so that's huge. Okay, I can't even begin to tell you how much more traffic this guy's probably getting as a result of being number 1 in the maps. All right, and then if you remember, the second part of what we wanted to do was we created a new campaign for San Diego SEO Company for 2 reasons. 1, to also assist in ranking for San Diego SEO, and 2, just because sometimes this becomes a search in itself, and it can't hurt to rank for another term so closely related to the first one. So let's take a look at that, San Diego SEO Company. Now let's put that in there, and going back to my notes, so San Diego SEO Company, when we started this, we were number 4 organically. Okay, so let's see where we are now. Here's 1, 2, 3. All right, so we're number 3 now, and so we moved up 1 spot. It's not bad. And the maps, we were number 5, so not even in the 3-pack, not on page 1 at all. And we had to go a bit to climb that, right? So here we are now in the 3 spot, and I've checked here and there, and I see it jumping between number 2 and number 3 in the 3-pack. And that's fine, but just being on here alone, plus this guy's star ratings too, so that's going to help the click-through rate for this guy. You know, when someone comes here and they see these 3, they may be more likely to click this just because of the stars, but that's a topic for another discussion. The main thing is just that he exists here, right? So let me take some notes here. So San Diego SEO Company, we organically were at 4 to start, and then let's see, San Diego SEO Company, organic equals number 3 now, and then maps equals number 3. Okay, so we've gone from 4 to 3 organically, and then from 5 to 3 in the maps. And then I really need to go back and update the just regular San Diego SEO query, which was organic now equals number 2, if you recall, and maps now equals number 1. So we went from 4 to 2, and from 4 to number 1 in the maps, which is by and large the hardest thing to do in this campaign and the most important. The most value is when this guy is getting a search for city SEO, and he's coming up here number 1. He's probably getting a ton more clicks as a result of that. So what can I do from here? You may want to add other things, like you can look at some of the related searches. SEO services San Diego, you might want to do. Throw some of those campaigns in there. At this point, I'm probably just going to disable these campaigns and turn them off because, again, I don't know this guy. He's not paying for the service. This is strictly a test on my part. And I'm going to guess that these will probably stick because, you know, he's getting natural organic searches now just from being in these positions. You know, just as a byproduct of being there, he's going to get the click and search that he needs. It's possible he could slip a little bit, but for the most part, I think he'll hold pretty steady here, even when I disable the CrowdSearch campaigns. So that is, you know, a quick sample of the power of using advanced local map search in CrowdSearch. And I tested on somebody else's site just because I wanted to, you know, use someone who, well, I didn't want to get my own properties penalized, because there's always haters on these videos, and sometimes they want to try to destroy you for no good reason. Karma's a bitch, though. All right. Anyway, I'm digressing now, but here it is. Pretty plain. It works. Give it a shot. The power of ranking for something locally is immensely powerful, and I'm sure if you're a local business owner or you're a local SEO agency, I don't need to tell you that, because you know how important that is to be in the maps. All right, guys, that's it for the case study. Hope you enjoyed it, and best of luck using the tool, and hope you have great success with it. Thanks.